This video is about how we can do a full content marketing strategy that covers YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of stuff as an agency owner without spending 40 hours per week or without spending thousands of dollars per month on an external team. So if we go into our funnel here, this is the Scale Your Agency funnel. It's the best one in existence, and it's really meant to solve a few different problems. And the number one problem there is traffic. So if we scroll up to the top, we can see that content is one of the number one ways to drive traffic. And we have things like our YouTube, our TikTok, our LinkedIn, our Twitter, our Instagram, usually promoting some sort of lead magnet to get them on your email list. And then you go into the flows, and then maybe they get appointments set, maybe they read a newsletter, maybe they even consume more content, and then eventually it goes down and books a call. So content is so important because it shows up at multiple parts of the funnel. At the top of the funnel to drive content or drive traffic, at the middle and bottom of funnel to nurture and qualify, and then even shows up after a client becomes a client. Because although it might seem hard to believe or the opposite, no one consumes more of your content than your current clients. They get more bought in, they're less likely to give you attitude, less likely to churn, and all of that kind of stuff. So we need to absolutely do content as an agency owner. The exact strategy that I take is a multi-part strategy, but it's not very complicated, but it's very, very effective. So the first thing that you absolutely need to do before you even think of making content like that is get absolutely specific on your target audience and who your content is for. You have to make every piece of content on every platform with a certain person in mind for a few reasons. Number one, like that's who you're going to be selling to and that's who it's going to be resonating with the most. Number two, it's going to set expectations in a lot of people binging your content because every video is about the same thing. If you hop all over the place, it's just kind of hard to follow and people lose interest. And then third is it's really good for the algorithm because logically speaking, if you post 20 YouTube videos about AI, for example, probably going to have that 21st video about AI. If you post one video about AI and then one about a new gadget and then one about sales and then one about lead gen or something like that, you're all over the place and the algorithm doesn't know what you're really posting about, and that makes it harder for the algorithm to feel comfortable pushing your content because at the end of the day, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they make money the more time people spend on the platform. So it's in their best interest to recommend the correct video to the correct audience. And you need to basically have that in mind. So you don't want to jump all over the place on any platform. Once you have that crystal clear audience, what I like to do is I like to go on a walk outside for 30 to 60 minutes per day. I don't have any headphones. I'm not on my phone, like scrolling the internet or doom scrolling. What I'm doing is basically internally, or you could even say it out loud, like what problems do this target audience have? So when I'm walking, what problems do agency owners who are doing between 50 and 500K per month have? Because although lots of people join my school group who are under 10K per month, like the main core of my livelihood is with those 50K to 500K per month agencies. So what problems do they have? The result of this video, how do you create content without 40 hours per week or spending tens of thousands of dollars per month on a team, is one of those problems because people know they have to do it. So what you want to do is take your phone here, probably your Apple Notes or really whatever note-taking app you want to do, and just first of all, write down 5, 10 topics. So if I go into mine here, because I did this today, and what topics did I come up with? So let's see. So I came up with how to hire A players for your agency. I'm gonna make a video on that. How to get out of sales as an agency owner, kind of an advanced one. How to get out of operations without client work quality falling off a cliff. What to do if you're absolutely screwed as an agency owner and you just need clients now. It's a good one. How to build a $1 million per year agency, the exact roadmap. The most useful ways to use AI as an agency owner. How to make your agency employees more effective and get more productivity out of them. The best places to focus your time as an agency owner. How to dial in your pricing as an agency owner. My last video yesterday was the benefits of niching as an agency owner. I did that in this process too. Another one, if you want to sell your agency, what should you do? If you're working for 12 hours per day and burnt out, what should you do? Those are all ideas that would resonate with my target audience, and I know that because I have been in my target audience. So, on your 30 to 60-minute walk, write down these problems, and in those problems, you'll write down bullet points of things you can talk about. And that's really what I'm going off of when I'm recording this video that you're watching right now. I have a bunch of bullet points on the screen, and then I'm just talking about my experiences. When you have these things, you want to do a few things. You want to the first off is sign up for Hype Fury, and Hype Fury is a content scheduling tool. You want to link your Twitter to it, you want to link your Facebook and Instagram to it. Make sure you do your Facebook as well because if you run ads, it's very important that you have content on your Facebook even if you don't ever go in there, and then your LinkedIn. So what you're going to do is you're going to write all of your tweets using Hype Fury and then you're going to cross post the same thing to all the other platforms. So you're going to cross post to Instagram as an image, LinkedIn as an image or a long form, and then Facebook as a long form. Different types of people are going to be using these different types of platforms. So you don't need to make original content for each at this stage or ever really. It's going to cross post automatically in the most popular format. And it's really important. The second thing you're going to do on Hype Fury is you're going to go into recurrent posts and you're going to make the following categories. You're going to make the promotional posts, you're going to make the short form, you're going to make the long form, and you're going to make client wins. So when you do that, you're going to set up a recurrent schedule and you're going to make banks of content. You're going to do 3 to 5 short form tweets per day. You're going to do 1 long form tweet per day. You're going to do 1 to 3 wins per day, depending on how many you do. And that could be case studies, that could be screenshots of wins, that could be reviews, whatever. And then you're going to do 1 promotional post per day, which is a call to action. That could be sign up for my newsletter, sign up for my webinar, book a call with me. You can mix it up. The value of doing recurrent posts in Hype Fury is you're basically uploading your content to a bank. And once that bank has been posted, all of the posts that you've done, it'll just start over. So instead of constantly being on kind of the hamster wheel of content production, you can really build up a bank to the point where once it's large enough, you really don't need to make any content anymore. So when you're doing these written content, it's going to be basically a 280 character limit for the short form posts. And then for the long form posts, you can do threads, you can do longer things on LinkedIn, but you always want to make sure that you have less, like 10 or less, basically tweets in a thread. And the reason for that is when it posts to Instagram, you can only do 10 slides in the carousel. And then if you have more, it'll just cut off. So you can make your point in less than 10 tweets in a thread. I have absolute faith in you. As you're going through this process, every single thing you do, you want to ask yourself out loud, is this useful? So I'm on my computer, blah, blah, blah. I'm making a tweet. I'm ready to put it in my recurrent thing. Is this useful? Yes or no? And it's going to be obvious. If it's not obviously useful, it's not useful at all. And you shouldn't post it. A lot of people, even my clients, I see sometimes where it's like, I can't believe e-commerce brands are so stupid that they don't even do X, Y, and Z. Like that's really gonna get you a lot of clients, insulting your target audience. That's not useful. That's not helpful. Really, really make sure it is. After you do this and you've posted your written content that's going to hit you on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, you want to do your video content. And I'm just going to say do long form YouTube videos. I'm not going to cover short form in this thing just because I don't think it's that necessary for agency owners at this stage. You'll already have content on those platforms. You don't need to do it again. So what we want to do here is we want to take that list of what we had from our walk, so to speak. So if I'm scrolling through my iPhone, you're probably going to have a bunch of bullet points for each, to be honest. That could be 3 bullet points, that could be 50, that could be who knows. There's going to be however many or however little that you need to do this. And what you're going to do is a few things. You're going to make sure that that topic is for your target audience and only your target audience and obviously for your target audience. The next, you're going to go and find titles of videos that have done well. So for example, a very popular one is, 12 years of brutally honest X truths in 25 minutes. So 12 years of brutally honest agency advice in 25 minutes. Like that's a very popular title. And if you scroll through a bunch of YouTubers, you'll see what titles are working and what aren't at any given time. You can also use a tool called oneof10.com, which will show you these titles. So go do that if you'd like to. And what you're going to do is you're going to make that title. You're going to take your idea that you thought of. You're going to basically try and format it into a title that has proven to work for other people. So one of my titles was 99% of your agency or 99% of your time as an agency owner should be spent on these three things. I took that from Layla Hermosi, I believe, where 99% of your time as a business owner should be on this one thing. I changed it up a little bit, but it worked for me. And then you're going to make a thumbnail. I believe for the first 100 or so videos, you should focus on your content more than your thumbnails and your titles, but you still don't want to have terrible content or, titles. So what you want to do and go into Canva, you want to have usually a lighter background. You want to have 6 to 8 pictures of yourself that you can use as thumbnail pictures, take out the background, put it on the screen, and then just put big text and just say what your video is about. So I try to have agency in the thumbnail as a thing all the time. And that's what you want to do. Then you kind of want to script out a 30-second intro that does basically, what's the video about? Why you need to listen to me? What is the plan for the video? And then get right into it. And then from there, I would like to basically just talk like I am now based on the bullet points from my brainstorming session. So I don't have a script per se, but I'll have a bunch of bullet points. And this strikes a very good balance between you kind of have a plan to talk about and you can talk from your previous experience, but you also aren't following a script where you have to drone on and on in a teleprompter, which I personally don't like and I'm not very good at. So what you're going to do is you're going to record your hook separately, your 30 seconds, and then you're going to edit it onto this video that you're making, like this part where you're just talking through the bullet points, and you're going to do that in CapCut. Then you're going to send it through basically what is called a phonic.com. So what that's going to do is it's going to basically improve the audio and sound quality. It's going to make you sound like you're in a professional podcasting studio because the sound quality is even more important than the video quality. What you're going to do is you're going to film 4 of these at a time. If the videos are 15 to 30 minutes, it's only going to take you a couple of hours to do 4 at a time. Edit them together, upload them, get the thumbnail and the title all squared away, and schedule them for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. When you're starting, you might want to do more than 4 at a time or 4 twice per week just to get a content bank so you always have something in the queue so you're not forced or rushed to make any more content like that. And then you just kind of want to schedule it out. Don't worry about the views so much. Worry about making videos that are useful to your target audience. The views will increase and you don't even need that many views anyways. I wouldn't do any kind of editing or special effects or anything like that ever, in my opinion, but especially not before you do the first 100 or so videos. I think of the video as basically the fuel or the wood and the results as the flame, and then editing as gasoline. Basically, you want to start the fire with wood, the momentum, the proper way to do it. You don't want to start the fire with gasoline. If you can get the fire going because your videos are actually good quality, you can pour the gasoline on after. And what you want to do here is when you're done your YouTube video, basically what you want to do is put it into Claude and get a transcription of that and format it up a little bit and send it to your email list as a newsletter. So you're going to be building your email list by having a lead magnet in the link of all of your bios, and it's very, very important. And then this is a very, very easy way to get a great quality newsletter that's basically a summary and formatted a little nicer of your video. And then eventually, as you make a bunch of this content, as you make the 150 or so short form tweets and 30 or so long form posts, you'll eventually be able to train an AI using Poppy AI based on your previous content to actually remove yourself completely from that process. So be able to have a VA basically writing your content for you and uploading it into Hype Fury. And then eventually, all you're going to have to do is batch record twice per week, 4 videos at a time, schedule them out. Your VA can do the thumbnails and the titles. Your VA can turn them into a newsletter with AI. And your VA can upload your videos and basically say, okay, make tweets based on these videos in Poppy AI and then schedule them. So you're only going to have to put in serious effort for about a month. And then all it is posting on YouTube and your team can basically make the rest for you based on your material. So that's it. That is how you make content That is a full content strategy without spending 40 hours per week and without spending thousands of dollars per month. I hope that was useful, and I'll see you in the next video.